gonna be great. I know it's gonna be a real blast
Okay.
right now. And oh gosh, this is my first time coming to this place. I just can't believe it. I mean, it's a nice place. I like it.
You like doing it in here? Normally you do it other locations.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's nice. It's nice.
Very classy, yes.
至少比我少了很多。
Mm-hmm.
Although I kind of like fancy the cigar room. It's kind of like but that's okay.
Inside the cigar lounge.
Yeah.
What do you mean up in a martini bar?
Yeah, that's right. Some of the guys like that.
Okay.
But it's okay. It's kind of like it's fun. Well, what happens is just look at the camera for a few moments.
Okay.
I will introduce you, and after that, oh yeah, I'm sorry. And after that, I'll just turn to you, and we'll just begin our conversation.
Okay.
And don't be afraid of the one eye monster. We'll edit that.
Okay.
So-
You edit it, or it's just one continuous video?
No. It will be edited for the first part, and then the last part will be edited. So
Okay.
the rest of it's all good.
You gotta make sure with cameras.
I don't know, Melissa, about that. I'm more natural when I have a guitar around my neck, but I'm going to do my best.
I like that.
I'll do my best.
Just to picture it.
I'll do my best.
Okay, good. I just can't wait.
Do you want the questions, or we're just gonna have a chat?
It'll be a question, but it's just chat. When I ask a question, just chat.
Okay.
No, don't worry. It's like a cafe conversation. Just imagine you're
We're at Starbucks.
just imagine that on David Letterman.
Cafe in Paris.
Cafe in Paris. Okay, that would be nice. Yeah.
I wish I was Ellen DeGeneres. No. Hi, welcome to the National Critics' Choice Online News. Say hi, I'm Robin Stienberg. Welcome to my show in this great afternoon here in Singapore. And I have a guest here that's quite unique in his talent, and he's a guitarist who is performing here at Briggs. And he's a band leader other than Michael himself. And he's going to tell us more about his technique and his inspiration behind the guitar. Mike, welcome to our show again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Robin.
And,
Pleasure.
and I love your style. I mean,
Thank you.
is that jacket made in Singapore? It's not.
No.
It looks Italian.
No, it was bought in Singapore, but
Really?
I don't think it was made here.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Is that the? Does it look like a Grand Hyatt uniform?
No, actually,
No?
If you need to know, it's actually from Zara.
Really?
Yes.
Zara.
So I just gave Zara a little plug there.
So Zara endorses the Grand Hyatt now. Amazing! I love that. I love that. Well, mine is from Korea, so
Looks great.
looks great for the Grand Hyatt. Tell us, ever since you began your career as a musician, for many long years now, for 2 decades, is that right?
Yes, more actually, about 25, 26 years. I've been doing it professionally since I graduated from
wow.
When I finished school, I started playing. Yeah, playing ever since.
Now, who will be your biggest fan or inspiration to your music?
I kind of grew up on really on rock and roll, 70s music.
Oh, the 70s,
Blues,
okay.
yeah. I mean all the classic stuff, Beatles and Stones and rock and roll, Led Zeppelin, and I'm a big Hendrix fan. All the guitar players that I like, the English guys, Clapton and Jeff Beck.
Is there a particular guitar? I mean, your bass, the bass guitar itself, brand that you go for? I mean, I've seen your guitar. It seems to be customized.
No, they're not customized. I just play Fender Stratocasters. That's the guitars that I prefer to play.
What kind of strings do you usually use?
The brand, you mean? Or,
yeah.
Wow, let me think. I guess the Dario probably.
Oh, the Dario.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty stiff, huh?
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I like the strings. Now, well, you were performing at Briggs for a good number of years now.
We started here in 2008, our first contract. We came back again in 2010, and we were extended. It was quite successful, and the hotel was gracious enough to invite us back for all of 2011. 2010. So we did all of last year, and then they asked to come back again this year.
Oh, no, you guys are pretty good. I mean, you guys, if you're traveling to Singapore and you're stopping by here at the Grand Hyatt, please drop by Briggs to watch his performance, and you're not going to regret it. Michael, no, what's so unique between your band and all the other bands here in Southeast Asia, or perhaps even in Singapore?
Well, I think the uniqueness is just in the way the show's put together. If you've seen our show, the way the night will build, and our first set's quite different from any other band. We're playing more instrumental music, older music. As it kind of happens almost chronologically. Where we're starting off doing older music, 60s into the 70s, more guitar-oriented music. And then, of course, in the second set, we get more into some R&B and some more current stuff. By the third set, we're into the newest music, hardcore, full-on party, dance music. So the night really kind of builds, I think that's quite unique in our approach.
Yeah.
And, it's choreographed, the show, it's a lot of energy.
Oh, you actually choreograph?
It's choreographed, of course, yeah.
Wow.
Not so much in the first set. If you saw the first set, we're just playing, it's not really...
The jam session.
More so it is, yeah. But once, we have it set up where the singers kind of come out more in the second set. I have 3 wonderful singers, and I sing a bit myself in the first set.
They seem to be from New York, are they? The singers? Where are they from?
Currently, my lineup is from, I have a lady from Toronto, I have a lady from Arizona, and my newest singer is from Texas.
Really?
So,
no kidding.
Yeah, we're very, very international. A company I work for is called L Live Productions. We have a lot of bands out here in Southeast Asia, and it's a very international type of company. So there's musicians in there from Canada, the US, from Europe. My bass player is from Peru. So we were very, very international.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the inspiration behind the entire entourage that you led as a band? Because many bands do break up every now and then. We hear that all the time throughout the years in the music industry. But what's the secret behind it? That you managed to get your band together all this time?
Well, actually, we employ people, the company I work for, and people come in and, they enjoy what they're doing out here. It's a great experience, traveling in Asia, working here in the hotels, it's wonderful. And there are not really any secrets. Some people come in and they do it for a while, and then they might want to go back home. They have other obligations, and I'll need to replace them. Otherwise, yeah, it's just they enjoy the experience. That's what they do for a living. If they're musicians, they need to be employed. They need to work, and of course, out here in Asia, we have a lot of it. Our bands are from LI Productions. We're in a lot of the Hyatts. We're Hyatt in Bangkok, in Korea, in Beijing, here in Singapore. So it's great. There's a lot of work out here. It's a great experience. It's a lot of fun for us to be out here.
Now, being out here in Singapore, what's the biggest challenge in your music? Is it trying to get your music adaptable to the culture here in Southeast Asia?
Well, I find in my experience, it's a great mix here, where we're not just playing for a strictly Asian audience. Of course there's a lot of people that come in that are Singaporean, but there's also a lot of, I guess, what would you call the expat community. So there's a mix of Europeans and Asians. So we're trying to cater music for a broader audience. At the end of the day, just that people come in and it's a good experience. They're entertained. They had a night out. They enjoy the music and the show.
And how did you able to identify the kind of music that will appeal to the audience? Was it through feel, or was it a gut feeling? Did anyone actually request you to play their favorite stuff?
That does happen, Robin. People come in, and it's also not only a different, the age group also will vary a lot. Our audience can be people in their 20s up to people in their 40s and older. So, a guy comes in for a beer early in the evening if he's 40, and I play a 60s or 70s songs, he can totally relate to that. Whereas later on, if younger people come in, they want to hear something from Lady Gaga or from Rihanna.
Oh.
and we can cover that whole spectrum of music. You know?
But how do you know that these guys are between 20s to the 40s? You know, I mean, the place is dark. You know. And
Yeah, it is a little dark down there. You're right. Yeah, but you know, when I'm not on stage, I make a point of trying to meet.
Oh, you do?
know, and meet other people that come in. And being here as long as we've been here, I've had a chance to meet some of the regulars that come down the bricks.
Wow.
And they'll give me their feedback. You know, they'll say we really like what you did in the first set. Those numbers, you know, kind of the music that they grew up with. So I know that if they're older, that if I play something from that era of music that they grew up with, they can relate to it. You know, they might not know the newest song from Rihanna or something, but if I play you know, play something from the Stones or the Beatles or something, or Cream, they'll know that.
I noticed that after your first set, you actually make a point, you and your artists, your entourage, make it a point to meet everybody on the floor to find out the demographic of the audience. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
I noticed that. Fans, for those who are coming by to the Grand Hyatt, and especially if you're going to have a good dance or a good drink at Bricks, you probably get to meet the kind of like a meet and greet session artist like Michael himself, and you're going to be blasted away with his hospitality here, the Hyatt hospitality that is. Why am I saying Hyatt? Someone has to pay me for this. I'm just kidding you. And anyway,
The Hyatt touch.
the Hyatt touch. Yes, that's right. Is you and your band have any plans to have your own record soon, have you composed your own compositions so far?
Yes, we have, and you know, the musicians that are working with us, some of them take that upon themselves to work on their own music. But our role here in the hotel and, you know, down at Bricks is to play you know, obviously music that the people can relate to and that they're going to recognize. So it's not really the proper venue for us to expose them to original music. You know, we're here really to do it's covers. You know, it's a big spectrum. You know, we try to cover a lot of different eras of music, but we don't get into original music. Although, you know, over the years I've written my own stuff, and some of my members also are working on their original stuff. But it's kind of a side project.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
What's the future like beyond Bricks?
Beyond Bricks, well, we're here into next year, and I'm not sure what's going to happen after that. If we it will extend a little bit longer, or perhaps you know, like I said, the company I work for, LI Productions, we have 10 or 11 bands currently all over Southeast Asia. We're a little bit in the Middle East, and my band might have to relocate and you know, go to another country.
That'll be sad.
Yeah. Yes.
But what lessons have you learned so far being a band leader and artist? You know, and even as a composer. You know, in this very creative and thriving industry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how do you able to stay competitive and yet, you know, relevant with your audience?
Mm-hmm. I think it's really you know, knowing the music that they want to hear, putting together a show. You know, it's an experience. You know, if you come and see us, you know, the Shades Band down here at Bricks, it's not like we're not a packaged product. People can't come down and buy the Shades Band. They have to come down and experience. So, you know, I'm very, very aware of that as a band leader, to stay current, to keep the show fresh, to keep the band, you know, looking their best. You know, and like you mentioned earlier, meeting the people, I think is key there. You know, knowing who your audience is, and it's enjoyable. You know, going out, and I made a lot of friends here in Singapore.
No, before I forget, how did you guys came up with the name Shades for your own band name?
Okay.
How did that happen? Was it because of was it because the Police, the band? I mean, I love the Police.
Yeah, as I do. It's a great band. That name goes back quite a few years, and if I'm not mistaken, I think because when it was originally put together, the band was made up of a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds. So it was really kind of like shades of culture, where, you know, there was people from all different kinds of backgrounds. It wasn't just, you know, 6 or 7 white people from Canada. There was you know, people from different parts of the world, and kind of reflected in the music that we played. You know, I think that's how the name was originally conceived, but I'll have to check. I'll have to look that up.
But it's founded by you.
Well, that name, when I joined the company, the name of the band was the Shades Band.
Oh, okay.
And then it stopped. Some of our key members left, and then we revived it when we started.
Wow.
Yeah, when we started LI Productions.
It has to be you.
Yes, I feel it is. Yeah, I've been behind it now for 4 years. 4 years in July that it was conceived, and I've been the band leader that long.
Wow. Now, what kind of challenges did you face when you had to stay current in the entertainment? Did you spend, let's say, probably about 5 to 8 hours a day trying to figure out what the latest in music and so forth? I mean, what did you do to stay current?
Well, I mean, looking at what other bands are playing, looking, of course, I'll go online and look at the Billboard at the charts.
Oh, you do?
Of course, yeah. And, you know, listening to what the DJs are playing is a really good indication. If I go to a club and I hear a DJ playing a song, a newer song, and I see the whole club jumping up and down to it, it's a good indication to me that maybe that I can also cover this song and add it to my repertoire. So it's just knowing what's current, you know, staying current.
Wow.
Keeping.
And you look current. I mean,
You know.
gosh, I mean, tell me something. Looks can be deceiving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but can I safely say that you look like? I mean, you look like you're in your 30s or something. Is that true?
No, not at all.
You're not.
But I appreciate that, Robin.
Are you in your 30s?
I'm a little older than mine. I mean, I'm past 30s.
Oh, you're past 30s.
Yes.
Past 50s.
Past 40s, let's say.
Past 40s.
Let's just cut it in the middle.
Okay. We'll not reveal any more secrets. No,
Let's split the difference.
I can't.
Let's go 40s over 40s.
Over 40s.
Well-guarded entertainment secrets.
Great. Well, thank you for joining us here at the National Critics' Choice. Said hi, Michael, and you've been very gracious with your time and
My pleasure, Bob.
and your talent. We hope to see that one day Shades will have their own record, and over at the Bricks or the Hyatt hotels around the world. Thank you for joining me here at the National Critics' Choice. Saying hi, I'm Robin Stienberg, and please enjoy your week. And don't forget to look up our YouTube channel or join me on Facebook. And of course, don't be deceived by looks. Just enjoy yourself and have a great time.
All right, great. Great.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. I enjoyed that. Yes.
That
Good.
was good.
Good,
Oh,
Melissa.
good.
How did I
thought you
look?
were
Okay.
30. I thought you were 32.
Good. 32. I love this guy. Make sure you keep that part in the interview.
It's fun. It's
Secret.